Hello. So today I was a little bit back in the 3D and looking at all the things going on in society as well as in my own life, and getting a little bit sucked into the negative. So what reminded me to focus back on the service to others pathway and the positive polarization? Well, it was a video on YouTube made by my friend Lune, and it was a light language transmission, and it brought my attention to what my spirit guides are communicating to me, because it quieted my mind enough so that my spirit guides could communicate. What was the message that came through? Well, right now I am making a major transition in my life, and it makes financial safety seem uncertain. But the message that came through is that I have a safety net. I mean, I have my individual safety net in that I have my skill to practice medicine, and it is a very in-demand skill. So, I can do it on my own individually, but even more than that, I have a community. I have my in-person community, and these are people that if I ever saw any of them struggling and in trouble, I would take my resources and use them to help. In the same way, these people would do that for me. I can think of 3 in-person friends that if I, for whatever reason, had financial struggle going on, they would help me. So that was what my spirit guides reminded me of while I was receiving Lune's light language transmission. And I felt that somatic tingling and happiness that my spirit guides use to positively reinforce me whenever they see that I'm on the right track. And so that inspired me to make this video. And it inspires me. I now feel called to revive the Tea Time tribe. And how am I going to do it? Well, we'll see. We'll see. That will emerge. I think those who have already participated in it will be invited to come back. And, I think we'll have to introduce a little bit of structure to the online gatherings so that everybody has a chance to speak. And those who are have a lot to say and are very excited will be guided to listen to the ones who wouldn't necessarily speak with as loud of a voice. We'll try to even things out a little bit in the Tea Time tribe. And we'll have to do that with some rules. With the Zoom platform, we have ways of doing that. But I've seen a lot of content on YouTube about the formation of communities. And another one of my friends on YouTube, Kendra, was talking about how so many positively polarized and aware and awake communities are forming all over the place. Tea Time Tribe is one of those. And it's happening naturally. It's time for these communities to form. And so, I'd like to return to doing my part to have this happen, because it's one facet of how the new earth is emerging. And the new earth, it's coming. And you see my eyes widen a little bit when I say that, because it's like, whoa boy, a little bit of fear there, which can easily be alchemized into excitement. It's coming. And we're seeing it in the formation of our communities. We're seeing it in the awakening of so many. And we're seeing it in the economy. We're seeing it in politics. We're seeing it in the solar flares. We're seeing it in the weather. Yeah. The climate. The activity of Mother Gaia. And as I go down this list, again, I'm getting the positive reinforcement tingling in the body of the spirit guides of Source. So, what it feels like is a spiritual battle, a spiritual war. But I think that's actually a distortion. I think that the conflict is an illusion. I think that if we wanted to, we could see it as a conflict, and we could fight and resist. But I guess I have more confidence and more faith than that. What's happening is that the ascension is occurring, and that's a given. The ascension is here. It is occurring. And it is exactly as it is supposed to be. The reason it feels like a battle is because the negative frequencies are getting desperate. And the service to self path sees the Ascension, and it's getting desperate. So that desperation is what we're feeling. That sensation, or that belief that we need to do some kind of fighting. Well, those are the negative frequencies, feeling like they need to do some fighting to try to inhibit the Ascension and keep us in the 3D, because that's what's, at least to them, is safe and familiar. But we, with our faith and our confidence in the positive polarization, can simply continue to ascend, and that's all it takes. We can continue to embrace the love and the light, and it's going to happen. And if we feel like we need to fight something, we can integrate that and alchemize it into love and light, and the Ascension will continue. You know, we can watch social media, the news, and all that, and listen to all the messages of fear. Or not, because we have faith that the Ascension is occurring. The golden age is coming in linear time, and it's here in higher dimensional time. So, yeah. One thing that I saw, I watched a show, a science fiction program. I'm not sure if I can mention things in my videos that might be copyrighted. I'll just not, But this program is a science fiction program where there was a planet that had just received the technology of basically boundless energy, and the technology to take that energy and create any sort of material object they wanted, right? And so they had made the transition from the scarcity philosophy to the abundance philosophy. And so the whole point of the show was, they had all these big piles of money that they were just tossing out, burning all their gold. They donated. And, now that they had the ability to be safe, entirely safe, materially and physically, well, it was a big party on that planet. Interesting that show should come up for me to watch right now, because that's where we're headed. For now, yes, we have our currency. There are those who hoard it out of fear, but we can give that, we can just let that fear go. We can alchemize it into excitement and enjoy the ascension that we're presently experiencing. Yeah. So thank you, Lune, for inspiring this message. And I will be working on reviving Tea Time. It'll probably take a couple weeks to get that going because I have one more stretch of conventional job to get through. Then I'm done. Then it's time to revive the communities and enjoy this process of ascension together.